All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here to talk about professional wrestling. So, let's go and talk about it. Just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We had our AEW Dynamite review. We had our WWE, no, we had our Thursday Night Wrestling preview with Ring of Honor and TNA. We also talked about Bret the Hitman Hart and his, comments toward, Vince McMahon. And now we're going to talk about our fourth segment, WWE Speeds, pros and cons. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So obviously you've kind of seen, everything, that WWE Speed has to offer. We got a couple of chats right quick though. We have, oh man, I hate how it does like that. OBS, why? We had Logan James K commenting saying, WWE and Marigold and Noah and the TNA's partnership. Um, I think he's talking about like the NXT partnership. And overall, I feel like it's been a great partnership. I feel like it's been very beneficial in terms of like, talents like Joe Hendry, talents like, the Rascals coming over. Jordan Grace is an amazing, absolutely star-stunning TNA Knockouts World Champion. I feel like she does deserve a lot more attention than what she gets. Next, we have Triple H let Kyrie Sane join, Marigold because Triple H, did not push Kyrie Sane. Um, I feel like 1,010% Kyrie Sane she deserves a push. I feel like Damage Control, Io Sky was the WWE Women's World Champion. Sorry, excuse me. The Women's WWE Champion. She lost it to Bailey at WrestleMania 40. Uh, Bailey, I knew was kind of, I kind of knew she was gonna be like that bridge champion overall. And Kyrie Sane coming into the WWE, she was impressive as hell. She was in the Mae Young Classic, I think it was. I was gonna say the Owen Hart Cup, but no, she wasn't in Owen Hart Cup. But Triple H does have a huge eye for talent. Like he recently signed like a lot of international superstars. Like Julia, Stephanie Vacure, a lot of people, returning to WWE. A lot of people, being signed. Although I did not agree for them not to sign back Ricochet. I feel like they should have, like, kind of gave him the houseboat a little bit. Like they should have, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I know Kyrie Singh is one of those talents, of course. I feel like that should be getting a lot more attention than it actually does. But yeah, all right, so we're going to talk about WWE Speed on Wednesdays, WWE and social media platform X/Twitter. I still call it Twitter. Is that weird? The whole X thing is just not really my style. Uh, Launched a new series called WWE Speed. The WWE Speed product is, innovation. It could be, it could be thrilling, cutting edge, and it could be exciting. But I feel like, it started off so, yes, it did. I believe that 1,010%. Because there are no entrances, the fighters, being matched up. There's images in the corner, kind of, resembling like the resemblance of like a fighting game like you had in WWE or Mortal Kombat, or maybe even like those who fought, the Blade Street Fighter, could appeal to like the gaming community a little bit. Honestly, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all, actually. But no, as reported, but no, it's kind of crazy. Um, there were, they're only 3 minutes matches to work with, and could be good, could be bad. Obviously, giving people 3 minutes to work with, like you had Will Ospreay talk about his buddy Ricochet, how Ricochet deserves more respect than having 3 minute matches, and should come to AEW, which we eventually did. He signed today a multi-year contract. So I thought that was actually pretty dope. But overall, I feel like WWE Speed will get old. You have a lot of the same superstars, and with 3 minute matches, because usually on Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, the matches last from, they sometimes two commercials. It could take up a lot of television time, a lot of television time. And 3 minute matches, and you can't like take a break in between time. Like it just has things, it just seems like because you don't really have that notion. You don't really have that capability of adding in storylines or adding in people's different fighting styles because you basically have to hurry. It's only 3 damn minutes. Overall, I feel like it's going to get old. I feel like it's going to get really, really competitive for WWE fans. You know, some people might like it. Obviously, there's been speculation that WWE Speed was created for the new generation of wrestling fans, obviously, with the new day and age of the digital era in terms of technology, cell phones, social media platforms, tablets, streaming services, and stuff like that. Even music. Now, like, I listen to Spotify and like, back in the day, I used to have like a portable CD player, portable CD player where I'd be like, oh, I want to listen to a specific song. All right, so I got to stop, take out that CD, make sure I don't scratch it, put it in a protective case, bring out a new one. Well, I kind of clean it a little bit so it doesn't skip, put it in there, bam. Oh, what was that track? What track number was that? Was it 10? Put on 10, it wasn't 10. Oh, was it 11? Put on 11, it wasn't 11. Found out it was like freaking 5. It's track 5. So then you're like, oh, damn. Like, so you spend like literally like a good 5 minutes trying to find like a song. And nowadays with Spotify, with iTunes, with Amazon Music, you can literally have exactly what you want and just a snap of the finger. Just a snap of the finger. That's it. You can create your own playlist. Bam, it's there. You can even have it offline. Bam, it's there. I gotta be honest, sometimes people are so pissed off when their Spotify or their YouTube or just something doesn't work that they're trying to play music and they just get so pissed off. They're like, man, I hate technology. Like, dude, are you serious? Did you know exactly what we were dealing with when I was younger? Like, dude, you got to calm down. And a lot of this does reflect on, future generations of wrestling superstars talking about WWE speed. I feel like ultimately, if you are a wrestling fan, I feel like you kind of know what to expect. You kind of, well, what you expect is a lot of the storyline, the drama, kind of like that male soap opera kind of thing a little bit. And nowadays, it's just people are just so anxious. People want what they want. And, obviously, in terms of the wrestling promotions, you kind of see this WWE speed product. Like it was it still averages about 1.8 million viewers, which is amazing. But X, Twitter, they've kind of had a bad rap in terms of, kind of keeping things, kind of keeping streaming things and like naturally and, kind of keeping that flow in terms, with, I used to call it dial-up. That's crazy. But, now you kind of need internet services a little bit. I don't know. I feel like WWE speed overall could be better. It could be a hell of a lot better. But I don't know. As of right now, I don't really get it. So, like I said, you have 3 minutes to kind of work a match. We also have superstars like Dragon Lee and Ricochet did start out inside. They were the inaugural match. So I feel like it kind of gave people the notion that every match was kind of going to be like this. But then you had bigger superstars come onto the. You had Andrade. You also had Tommaso Ciampa. You saw Bronson Reed. And in WWE Speed, it's called Speed for a reason, not necessarily the time limit. Because if it was about the time limit, if the time limit went out, you would essentially have some kind of like lingering stipulation or obligation that would happen if the time would have ran out on your WWE match. But now you kind of, for me, I know that I know that I'm looking for speed and agility. This essentially, I feel like kind of took over 205 Live in my opinion. Kind of sucks, but then again, I kind of feel like the overall kind of created this for, Ricochet to come back to WWE, but that did not happen. Kind of crazy. Top WWE fans' concerns about WWE Speed. WWE Speed assumes that new wrestling fans can only watch something that doesn't last more than 3 minutes. It's the illegitimate child of the 24/7 champion. It's a bastard child of 205 Live. It's not a great way to support talent because you are only giving them 3 minutes to work inside of the ring. And some wrestling talent, you need more than 3 minutes. You kind of pander around the ring a little bit, maybe slap their head on the apron, take them out, throw them against the barricade, appeal to the crowd if you're a heel. It's all about the type of wrestler. It's all about the type. Some wrestlers cannot get away with this. That's why a lot of times when people saw Bronson Reed on WWE Speed, they're like, dude, like, put this guy in a promo with somebody like Seth Rollins, with somebody like The Miz, with somebody like R-Truth, and the list goes on and on. And, a lot of people are, really skeptical about WWE Speed. I don't know. It's kind of crazy right now. Like I said, they are for now gaining, good ratings. Um, but not essentially every match on WWE Speed is it going to be a match like Ricochet against Dragon Lee? You see a lack of emotion to connection to the WWE superstars. Absolutely no storylines, and you could have 205 Live come back. Why not? Yeah. Would you sacrifice WWE Speed to have a WWE Cruiserweight Championship? I know I would. 1,010%. Eventually maybe have 205 Live come back. Or maybe you see like a rebranding of the WWE Velocity. That could possibly be it as well. It's not made for people. It's not made for people with power. It's not made for people with power because essentially what is the name of WWE Speed is that you want to see people who are agile, jumping off the top rope. Basically, what 205 Live was. Speed doesn't, it's not about power. You have people like Bronson Reed go out there, and it's basically no one's gonna pick them up. No one's gonna knock down this big SOB. You're basically watching somebody to find out who has the fastest squash match in WWE. And I hate squash matches. Like when you see, when you saw Braun Breaker, debut in WWE, I was like, you better fight against somebody who actually has talent. And instead, it's like, oh, this local wrestler from Boston, Massachusetts wants to have his wrestling career begun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all knew he was going to get his arse kicked. We all knew that was going to happen. And I don't want to pay to watch like squash matches. That's just not my style. I don't. I want to see intricate matches like 205 Live had, and it was great. It was all gravy, baby. It was all gravy. All right, so we're gonna dig on into our fifth and final segment. I'm rapidly running out of time here. We got my boy Emran's GSMC Soccer Podcast happening in 24 minutes, so we're gonna kind of keep this. We're gonna go into power mode a little bit. We're gonna talk about the WWE Cruiserweights in 205 Live and where they are now. So hey, do not go anywhere.